Hello, everyone, and welcome to another wonderful, inspiring. Wait for my system to work here. Sorry about this. Well, another encouraging, inspiring, and including episode of Achieving Unity Leadership System weekly podcast. So glad you're here. So glad you could make it. So glad everybody could be here and for the meeting and to share with us what we're doing and how we're doing it. Love having you here. Of course, we always have the technology that we work with, and it's always so much fun. But one of the things we want to do here is do just exactly that, to be able to turn chaos into connection and purpose into action, because that's where we are and that's what we want to do and what we want to be each and every day with what we do and how we do it. As I say often, life is what we make it, so let's make it awesome together, achieving unity. I am your host, founder, Mark Intrican of the Achieving Unity Leadership System, available at www.achievingunity.com, which is dedicated to all leaders, personally and professionally, in improving their lives through encouraging, inspiring, and including others, the EII. We must remember that unity is not a soft skill. It is truly a leadership discipline. Today, I am thrilled to welcome Mitch Krayton to the Achieving Unity Leadership System podcast. Today's conversation is more than travel. It is about perspective, purpose, and living fully. Mitch Krayton, founder of Krayton Travel and recognized expert in small ship and expedition cruising, has spent decades helping people move beyond someday. How many of us have said someday we're going to travel? He helps you get out of that. He takes you out of that someday thinking and into intentional living. Through his philosophy, make memories, not regrets, Mitch connects people, cultures, and experiences in ways that build clarity, confidence, and lasting impact. This discussion aligns directly with achieving unity as we explore how shared experiences can strengthen connection, reduce disconnection, and help us all live with greater purpose. As we listen to Mitch today and we navigate through the division that we see too often, the frustration and the change, we're invited to see not just the challenges that we could face, but the potential that exists when people are encouraged, inspired, and included in building a better future together, achieving unity. But first, before we delve into this insightful discussion, let me briefly introduce my company, Reality Focus Dynamics, where it all began. And thanks to my wonderful virtual assistant, Renee, she's handling the slides for me, and I appreciate her help so much. She can see on a header slide, Achieving Unity Leadership System Podcast. This is where real conversations for leaders navigate division, frustration, and change. This is what we can do on a day-to-day basis. Leadership sometimes feels harder than it should. More and more today, we're feeling that disconnection is growing. Many times we're losing each other. We're not coming together. There's so much going on, so many items that we're just working and multitasking. It makes it difficult. Then that frustration comes about. And frustration is draining the people. It's draining the teams. We all have these good intentions, but those good intentions are colliding with real world pressures. So as I say often, unity, working together, personally and professionally, is not a soft skill. It is a leadership strategy. What we've got to do day to day, working together. What we mean by achieving unity? Well, unity is about encouraging progress, without enabling dysfunction. There's a lot of dysfunction in the world, and I know a lot of times that word dysfunction seems to be everywhere. But that's what we have to do, is bring it back to a functional system. We need to be inspiring action without forcing agreement. How many times are we in meeting rooms or just talking one-on-one, and the person's just, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You don't know if they agree, if they understand, see misconceptions, misunderstanding. We want to make sure that through achieving unity, we can come together. And that's including the voices of everyone while still maintaining accountability. We don't want accountability to be something negative. We want to be happy we're being accountable. Make it something good and not something bad. But we want to work together and keep building better businesses, better lives, and a better world, one conversation at a time. Again, I'm your host, Mark Intrican, founder of the Reality Focus Dynamics and the Achieving Unity Leadership System. I work with leaders, teams, and families navigating conflict, navigating change and complexity, helping us all move forward with clarity, with unity, and sustainable action. Let's think about that sustainable word as we talk about focused, because focused is where we need to be. What does focus stand for? Well, that's facilitating on clear, unified, sustainable execution and delivery. Check those letters out for focused. That's what we want to work on. That's what we want to build upon. And if you notice my phone number down there at the bottom, it is 303 focused, 303 362 8733. Reach me anytime. And again, don't forget, achievingunity.com. So if we go into focus, let's go through each definition for each letter. When we talk about focus, we're talking about F for facilitate or facilitating. Tough conversations, the ones that build trust, not rude. We don't want to think anything about being rude, but being tough, being strong, asking the questions we need to be so we stay focused on the answers that we need. On, we want to be with that O, to be on common ground. We want a shared purpose, focused on us all working together. The C, we want to be clear. Was that clear? Clear communication, clear agreements. We don't want to be shaking our head and nodding and agree kind of, well, I just thought they meant this. No, let's be clear on what it is, because we're going to be unified. Being unified is action across all differences, whether we're on the virtual as we are on this podcast today. There may be some here that may be live that will be talking later, or maybe ask questions later, but we have to work with all those differences in what we're doing. Different countries, different continents, different states, different languages, how we can come together and be unified across all differences. Also sustainable, those results that last. We talked about sustainable earlier, and that's that S, being sustainable, so it lasts, it keeps going. And then what we have to do is execute. The E for execution, consistency, responsibility, and responsible action. Taking that one step further each time. Because when we do that, we can do what? We can bring that D in for delivery. That will have us inspired growth, a lasting change, something that we can all build on day after day after day, as long as we stay focused. So contact us. Love to talk with you. Let's promote clear, unified, sustainable action starting now, starting today. Reach out to explore more about coaching, my courses, workshops, or speaking engagements to promote unity leadership. I help, I consult, I work with companies that are building. We're working now at some company in the health industry, how it has grown and so much that it's doing. There's so much to work with and so much to build, but we need to all promote that unity in our leadership, because achieving unity is the path to stronger relationships and inspired leadership and lasting change. And please don't forget, You can get me at achievingunity.com. You can email me at leadership@achievingunity.com. And we talked about the phone number, 303-FOCUS, 303-362-8733. Also, don't forget, as we work together and as we build, but as we also come into challenges, in today's world of uncertainty, protection is not a luxury. Protection is a necessity. So if you know how much legal matters can be costly, let's work together. Go out to our www.ourstressshield.com. Let's work together to make sure you have the protection that you need going forward. And now more on the fun side, more conversations, more leaders coming to speak, more practitioners, more courageous voices coming to the Achieving Unity Leadership System podcast. Next week, what happens? We start the month of May. What's the biggest thing about May? Mother's Day. So for the next 4 weeks, we're going to be talking to moms and mothers about Mother's Day, about celebrating the value that moms and mothers bring to us each and every day. And it starts with Mila Johansen and the Cinderella Monologues. She'll talk about her family, her mother, her grandmother, things that we never find in the history books. Come listen. You'll be enchanted by what you'll hear. Next will be Rachel Christina. She'll be talking about the intuitive edge for women. That was on May 13th. Excuse me. Then Mindy Green will be coming. Talk about creating harmonious home that we've always imagined. How do we put that together? Come listen to Mindy. Let's talk about that further. That's on May 20th. Then for the final week of May, finish off our Mother's Day month, Cynthia Klein will come in and talk about personal boundaries for mom. We've all got to have boundaries. Draw those lines. How far will you go? How far should you go? And when will you stop? When do you draw that boundary? When do you draw that line? Talk more about that on May 27th. Please come join us each week. Love to hear from you. Have questions? You can ask them during the podcast. Send us email. We'd love to be able to respond to you that way also. But please, if you can, attend or watch us on YouTube. This recording will be available on the Saturday following the recording of the podcast. And if you want to get a hold of me, we all love QR codes, right? Here's my QR code. Go into it now. Take a picture of it. Make sure to keep up with it. Okay, that's achievingunity.com, markentricken.com. Let's connect. Let's get together, work together going forward. And then for our guest today, you want to learn more about Mitch Krayton? Please go to his YouTube, Mitch Krayton, there on the left. That's his QR code to get there. You want to connect with him? Facebook? You want to email him? It's mitch@kraytonseminars.com. There's the QR codes. Please take a picture of this. Connect with him, talk with him, call him. You want to make a travel? Have you ever been on a cruise? Talk more about this in a minute. Mitch is the one to talk to. So here he is on well, you a picture of him right now, but here's today's guest, our Achieving Unity Leadership System conversation. We're excited to welcome Mitch, a world traveler. He is a certified travel consultant, and I've seen the pictures where the awards that he has received. He's a speaker, an advocate for living life fully through meaningful experiences. He draws on decades of global travel and his work as the founder of the Worldwide Travel Tribe. So it's trademark. He's a creator of the Small Ship Cruising Expo. Mitch helps individuals turn their travel dreams into unforgettable realities. And we're big on that, our realities of our life and what we're doing going forward. His work inspires people to live with intention, to embrace adventure, and create lasting memories, encouraging a life driven by purpose, connection, and exploration. Would you please help me welcome Mitch Krayton?
Thank you very much, Mark. It's a pleasure to be here with you today.
Mitch, it's exciting to see you, and I love that picture. Is that the place that you've been?
Oh, one of many.
I cannot imagine being that. That picture is beautiful. That water, the mountains, the snow. And we're getting into summer now. Spring's just started, but that's a gorgeous picture. I love it. Love to see what
To
you
me,
bring to us.
water is the inspiration of life, and everywhere I travel, water has to be a component of what I see and where I travel. So I like being on boats, on kayaks, small river
Oh,
boats, things like that, because you're seeing it from a ground level, and it's an amazing point of view.
places like that, I can just imagine. I love going to the beach. Love going to the mountain streams, not just the lakes, but everywhere in that process.
Mhm.
It's just so beautiful. Well, Mitch, before I get into these hard and delving questions about you, please introduce yourself a little bit. Tell us who you are, if you don't mind.
Well, I'm here in Denver, Colorado, and what got me inspired, I was married for 44 years, and just before the
Congratulations.
44th anniversary, my wife just shouted out she can't breathe, and we had the
Sorry.
paramedics show up. She went into a coma for 30 days, and regretfully, she passed. And we were about ready to celebrate our 44th anniversary with a whole host of friends on a cruise. And as she was in the hospice, I came to realize that there are two kinds of people when they get to the end of life, because people do come in and out of hospices while you're there. And there are those that you hear are bitter, they are blaming, they have nobody come and visit them, they live in a regretful, angry state. And then there were other people that would come in surrounded by friends and family. They were at peace with what life had given them. They were not mad at anybody. They had memories. And they lived those memories, they shared those memories, and as they passed with great dignity and great peace. So I asked myself, obviously, I want that choice for me. And when my wife finally passed, we were running a travel agency. And at that moment in time, I realized this is a tough choice because instead of just selling the transactions of, oh, I want to go here and I want to go there had to be purpose in it. There had to be engagement. There had to be a story that people would relate when they came back that rose their life to something that would be a lifetime indelible experience.
Wow.
And that's how I moved it forward. And as people travel, and now I take small groups of people with me, the number one thing I want to do is get engaged. I want to meet a different culture, taste their food. I want to hear their music, their stories. And I
Stories.
want to bring those back because, as different as it may seem, we're all people and
We
we
are.
are coming together as human beings, and we all eat, we all sing, we all drink, we all tell stories, and it enriches your life by having a greater library of stories to tell. And that's who I am. So I've run a travel business for 20 years. I mentor up and coming travel advisors, and I work with people in designing itineraries that are just not how much is it, but what will you share when you come back? What is the thing that will give you peace and tell you money couldn't explain this trip? And that's what sets me apart from other people. If you just want to go book something, you got hundreds of people to do that. But if you're looking for an experience and want to really be talking about this for the rest of your life, I would tell you, remember, your grandparents told you stories. Your parents told you stories. They are embedded in you. You are telling stories to your friends, to your family. They're embedded in them. That's our culture. And the more we can exchange, the better, and in your words, more unifying the world becomes.
I hear so much value in what you're talking about in these
Yeah.
trips, in this travel. That is amazing. Again, I'm so sympathized with you, the passing of your spouse, of your wife after so long, but I also want to congratulate you on the 44 years, the beauty that you must have
Yes,
seen.
we shared a lot in common. We were both entrepreneurs, and we had been living in Los Angeles for much of our lives. And we had just sold our home and said, when you talk to people about travel, they move a lot. Oh, I spent 6 months in Italy. I spent 2 years in Wisconsin. I spent 4 years in Florida. I used to live here, but now I live there. And we had only lived in LA. Both of us were born and raised in Los Angeles. And we just had a little bit more of a wanderlust and said, well, if we have nothing holding us back. We're liquid. We don't have a house. So let's go look. And we looked at 8 or 9 communities. Almost moved to Austin, Texas, because I have family and friends there. But it was Denver that caught my eye. And it was the mountains. It was the outdoor experience. It was 4 seasons. We didn't have that in Los Angeles, and I really enjoy it. So the people here are absolutely fantastic, and we decided to come here. Now, I have to give you a postscript. For 10 years now, I'm a new person in my life, and she's wonderful, a retired teacher, and a world traveler like me. So I've been struck by lightning twice.
Beautiful. That is beautiful. That it just and the life that you live. I talk to people about this also. We'll get more into this during our podcast today. Because of you getting out and you doing things like we talked about focused a few minutes ago in action.
Yeah.
That's what I see you doing. And when you're doing that, it just seems, of course, so beautiful. But the people you meet, the beauty behind all the people that you meet and you see by traveling, we'll go into more of this in a minute, but I'm I'm thrilled for you. I'm so
Well,
thrilled that you have had that lightning
when we
strike
go
again.
there, I try to find a way to get home cooked food. When I was in Vietnam, we actually had a lady invite her into her home. We went down to the local marketplace. She went to each one of the stalls, showed us how she buys all the ingredients. We came back to her place and we prepared a 3 course meal. It was phenomenal. And Lua, she's still doing this, and she's become quite the gourmet. And I'm so very glad that I was early on in her career. And I could just share with you examples of people I've met, the places we've gone. Most people, when they go to Alaska, they're told about the Native Americans. We actually got to visit with one of the tribes in a council session who explained
Wow.
to us all the totem and explained to us what the lodge was. And we were in Glacier Bay. Most people, when they visit Glacier Bay, never get off a ship. We were there, and the chief explained to us a lot about his culture. And we then had a beautiful salmon dinner right after. It was amazing. So this is the kind of travel that I tell people you deserve. And so often I have people give me a reason why they can't. I have an acre of pain. I've got a wedding coming up. I've got grandkids who are graduating. I've got this. My job is so busy I can't leave. And their whole life goes by. And when have they paid themselves? I always love this question about why do you work? Do you work just to pay bills or to give yourself the joy of things that you've been dreaming of? Now, it doesn't have to be travel. It could be a nice wardrobe. It could be a nice car, a nice home. It could be whatever you desire. But when it comes to travel, everybody wants to do it. And yet, my biggest challenge is overcoming the excuses and getting them to make reservations.
I love that. And I've learned I didn't travel the first two-thirds of my life, maybe three-quarters of my life. And my son moved to France. He was a foreign exchange student,
Yeah.
and then he went back after college. And I thought, wow, what an opportunity! So I took off, went and spent 17 days with him over there. And that was the biggest eye-opening experience I've ever had about all the things that we teach about that communication, about that connection, about building those bridges, and about meeting friends, that connection
And
between
even
people, right?
meeting strangers to become your friends. The marketplaces that are there on the weekends in France, baked goods, meats, all kinds of fruits and vegetables out in the open. And why? Because the community is coming together, they meet each other, they know their grocer. This is a social experience. It is not something in a tin can or a plastic bag. They are connected with the community in important ways. And those people know what you prefer and they offer you something new to try. And just the buzz of it all is quite amazing. You discover, if you've been to Paris, you know nobody's got these mega refrigerators. They go out and they buy food once a
On the
day
street.
on the street. Yeah, you
It's,
know,
it is beautiful. And as you talk about that, though, it excites me about a story my niece told me one time about her son, my great nephew, that she was driving along one day and they were driving by a park close to their house. And our son said, "Oh, look, there's my friends or something like that out there playing in the park." He says, "I'm sorry." She said, "Do you know them?" And he looked at her and said, "Well, not yet." That
great
opens up a
answer.
whole new perspective. And when you
Great
travel,
answer.
do you know the people? Well, not yet. But that world opens up to meet people and to build those memories. And if you don't mind, I'll take it into your phrase. Make memories, not regrets. And for me, that carries a weight that goes far beyond any business branding. It seems you found that when you share your personal story behind that mission, something shifts. I think in every room, and each of us start thinking about our own lives in a completely, or we can start thinking about our own lives in a completely different way, right?
Absolutely. And there are places that you can travel that have almost no people. So this last year, I was in Antarctica, and the closest thing you had was a 500,000 penguins mating with their chicks. No human beings, but the awe
Wow.
of being in a desolate place. No trucks, no planes, no billboards, no roads. It's just nature. No, the
Wow.
silence and the animals doing their thing, and at the same time and at the same place, seals and sea lions having a great time. They all share the same territory. It is an amazing thing.
I can only imagine. Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, and then you have things that are not even animated. We had the pleasure of seeing the second biggest iceberg in the world. It broke off of Antarctica 10 years ago. It's been circling it. It is 26 miles long and 6 miles across.
Wow.
One piece of ice. That's quite an ice cube maker in a refrigerator. And it took us over an hour to go from one end to the other. And you sit back and just take a beat. This is what nature can do. This is
And
beyond my daily living in a metropolitan city. You would never see this in a city. It's only what the earth can generate if you open yourself up to it and go.
that is so true. And I love what you're saying about when you open yourselves up to it, because we don't think about that much where we live. Was in Colorado, now I'm in Mississippi, where it's 80 something degrees every day. There's no ice here for sure. But to think about an iceberg that long and to travel beside it and to stop and be able to appreciate what we're looking at, an iceberg out in the water when you're on this ship, this boat, and it takes you, would you say, an hour to get
To go from
past it,
one end of it to the other. Yeah.
to
and
Upset to
it
accept that
was
concept.
it was, and the landscape on the other side was moving as well, and it was just gorgeous. Ordinarily, you'd be focused on that side of the ship, but the just what Earth can generate by one fracture of the Earth's surface and have it float and still be 26 miles long after 10 years. You can only imagine how much bigger it had to be when it broke off. So these are the things where you are thinking about the awe of the world, the awe of nature, and these are stories that I'm able to share today because I was there. I experienced them. And most people don't, when they think of penguins, oh, it's a cute little tuxedo bird. We saw 7 different species of them, from the little
Wow.
guys to the huge guys, and they all have their own little personalities, and they can't walk very elegantly on the land. But the minute they get in the water, they are porpoising through the water very, very fast. So it's just an amazing sight to behold, and wow, that's all I can tell you. Wow, if you get the chance, please go to Antarctica.
And
It is going to be a thrill and a story of a lifetime. If I may, I have to give people notice. There are no polar bears in Antarctica. The name
darn.
Arcticus, which is Greek, is bear, and that's the Arctic region up north is where the polar bears are.
Oh, okay.
Antarctica, no bear. There are no bears in Antarctica.
Wow. It's good to know. This little trivia facts that I didn't think about.
Oh yeah,
But as you talk about that, when we talk about travel, uh, an iceberg 26 miles in length. I've been on islands in the Caribbean.
small.
There's 126 the size of that
Yeah,
iceberg.
I, I know, I
Islands you
know.
can walk across in an hour easily. And that's an iceberg floating out there.
Right.
It's that's
And
amazing.
that picture and that memory will be embedded in here. I could lose all of my money, literally. I could be homeless, but the movies that I can run in here will
Those
keep me
memories.
going, keep me excited, keep me communicating with others, and that is one of the benefits people don't even talk about travel is that you can't take it away. Once it's in there, it's in there.
And that's like so many of the things that we learn. And of course, a lot of the work I do is in business, but the
Yeah.
things that we learn that stick with us. Well, tell me something here, Mitch. Have you always been drawn to travel as a way of seeing the world and connecting with people, or did your
Well,
appreciation
travel,
for
travel, that's a great question. Travel was my third career. And
oh,
I got hooked on travel back in elementary school with a friend of mine every summer. He would tell me his family went on this trip, his family went here, his family went there, telling me stories and all of this. And I would go, well, we drove to the beach. I lived in LA and we'd go to Santa Monica. But that was as far as my travel experience. But it planted a seed and it was growing and growing and growing. And I knew that once I was older and able, I was going to travel as much as I can. And I'm delightfully 76 years of age. I have my mental and my physical ability. I have, fortunately, the financial and the time ability. I will continue to travel until nature tells me you can't do it anymore.
there you go.
And that's me. And I will share who I am with people around the world. I will enjoy a table with anybody that will invite me to sit down and get to know them and build a big network of friends all over the world.
That is beautiful. And I'm seeing some in you about what travel can actually do
Oh,
with a
yeah.
person, how it can change your thinking, your empathy, and even your sense of the world, right? Developing over time through the experiences themselves of what you see and what they grow within you, right?
Well, you go to a place like Turkey and you see these amazing mosques and people in their pilgrimages and their earnest prayer. And the artwork that is on these mosques is amazing. And the fact that they will allow tourists to come in and share these incredibly beautiful buildings and their culture and their food is just awe-inspiring. And uh, we went to this one restaurant in Egypt, and the gentleman started as a push cart, and he opened a restaurant that now has not one, but two, but three stories. And every time at lunch, the place is full. And he shared with us how he makes what he makes. And it was the owner, the chef, was just beaming with pride. And we had one of the best meals and flavors I've never experienced. And so it was called kasheri. It's a fabulous Egyptian food that people eat for lunch all over Egypt. It was delicious, absolutely delicious.
You're
So
making me hungry.
I would listen. You got to go there because you're not going to find that at a supermarket.
Wow, that's so, oh, it's amazing just to even think about it. But can you answer a question on this
Yeah.
part about, have you noticed that the people who come to you already carrying a list of excuses for why travel keeps getting pushed to someday, and maybe
What's
share
happening
this?
now? What's happening now is they come to me with an idea. Oh, we'd like to go to the Caribbean. We'd like to go to the Mediterranean. And I say that's like going to the United States. We have to get a little more specific. So, what about those parts of the world are drawing you there? And when you get there, what do you want to do? So, if they want
Beautiful.
to sit by a pool at a resort somewhere, I tell them I can just save you thousands of dollars. Go to your downtown hotel and spend the
Mhm.
day at the pool there, and you'll get the same suntan. If you want to meet people, if you want to learn culture, you can't do that in your hometown. I will arrange for you to meet people and build a memory that you'll never forget and something that you didn't expect, but you'll also get to see the highlights. You're gonna see the sites that everybody has to go see.
And you
But
have the
beyond that,
ability
oh yeah,
to take advantage of that moment
oh,
that you won't have sitting by that pool at
just
Ramada Inn,
just
Holiday
sitting there
Inn,
and
or the
watching the
finest Hilton or
people,
Hyatt.
sitting and watching people in a marketplace negotiate. What an experience! And they're eating this food, and you look at it and you say, I don't know what the price is over there, but you know, and they'll give you a sample. Wouldn't do that here, but over there it's like, oh, here, try.
A
And they'll
different
help you with
world.
money and they'll help you with whatever. If you really love it, they'll make sure that you get, you know, just enough.
And
But
that's one of the things I talk about. Sorry to interrupt you here, but that's one of the things that
yeah,
I talk about a lot. And one of my trademarks is false evidence about reality. We've
oh yeah.
seen a bunch of different ways to say the word fear, F-E-A-R, but false evidence about reality is one that we've come up with because I deal with being focused and I deal with reality. That's one of my domains is realityfocus.com. And on that travel, all the things that they can find wrong that are not reality, right? They can make all these
Well, back
excuses.
back back to my Egypt trip. Almost
Please.
everybody, when the Gaza war broke out, everybody said, "Well, I don't know that I want to travel to Egypt. It's dangerous." And I had to show them a map, and I said, "Egypt is connected to Gaza on the other side of the Sinai Peninsula. That is 1,000 miles away." Which is like saying, I'm here in Denver and there is an outbreak in Chicago. Would you tell people not to come visit you in Denver? No. Well, it's the same thing. I mean, it's just an awful lot of distance. They all went. There wasn't a hint of danger. There wasn't a hint of fear. And as we went down the Nile River, we got close to Syria. Now, Syria has been in war for more than 10 years. And we were in Colombo, which is the southern tip of the Nile River before it becomes Syria.
Oh,
And
wow.
I said, "Do you hear any gunshots? Do, do you see any people that look like they're at war?" Nothing. Nothing. They were afraid because the news takes a little piece like this and zooms in on it
Blows
like
it out of
that.
proportion.
And everybody we met in Egypt was lovely. They were going through their elections, so we got to see how does a presidential election get promoted in billboards and signage. It was very, very interesting. And there was no battles in the street, nobody, getting angry or riding around in jeeps with nothing, absolutely nothing. And we had the grandest time. And they all of them came back and said, "I'm so glad I didn't cancel this trip. I am so grateful I went, and I've been telling everybody where we went, what we ate, who we met." Oh, and I said, "Oh, good. You've been changed. Your life has been changed for good forever. That's what travel does."
That's what travel does. Yeah, I love that. And it seems that you believe, as I believe, that unity is actually a success strategy. It's
Yeah.
not just
Oh,
a
yeah.
nice idea, but that travel is one of the most powerful tools for creating unity. So have you seen that belief proven in some real tangible ways?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I will have people say, "Oh, you're an American. Can I talk to you?" And they will have seen headlines and they will ask me about, "Was this true? Is that true? Are you living like this? Or what about that?" And I said, "Thank you for asking. I don't have those issues. That's not my lifestyle. I'm not in one of the top five cities. I'm in Denver, Colorado. I'm in the center of the country. And I don't have any of those issues. They may be politically important issues, but I don't live near the center of politics. And so it really isn't affecting my day to day." And I said, "Can I point to some of the headlines in your papers?" They go, "No, that's not us."
Exactly.
And so
What you
then
see
the
in the
bond is
news.
real. The bond is real. And they all come together knowing that as human beings, being with other people is the most important thing. That unity of humanity, that unity of saving the planet, that unity of sharing food, that, that unity of appreciating our differences, but celebrating our common spirit. I don't
Okay.
want everybody to wear the same clothes and eat the same food. I want the diversity, but I bring it together as a large family, and everywhere I go, I'm delightfully surprised. So, and I bring
That's
that, you
beautiful.
can tell I have a little enthusiasm for it. I bring it along
I
wherever I
like it.
travel, and the people come with me. They get a little contagious of my enthusiasm, and they share it with people. We take gazillions of pictures,
Why not?
and we share it with folks. And I said, there you go. You have a snapshot of something, and you look at that, and immediately the emotions will come back.
Well, tell me something more about the ships. Like you do, we talked earlier about the water. Now, you're
Right.
not talking about these huge ships that you're working with, are you? Are you talking about some
I
smaller
used
ships,
to,
smaller boats?
I used to be sailing a lot on a company called Princess Cruises. My wife
Mhm.
at the time was working for Princess Cruises, and when you work for a cruise line, they make it almost impossibly cheap for you not to go. And then I had an opportunity to go. And so those ships, early on, they were 1,800 to 22 passengers. Now these ships go almost to 6,000 passengers, 2,000 crew. They're a floating city.
Yes,
I've
I've
been
been on
on
those.
those too, and they have their value. There are a lot of party, many venues to eat different foods. You're going to have a lot of things to do and a lot of things to see. But my question I have when they go on these big ships is, what local people did you have a conversation with? Stone cold silence. They did not get to meet anybody from where they visited. They did not eat any local food or hear any
Wow.
local culture. It was all organized and orchestrated Here's a sample of the native dance. Here's a sample of the food, but it wasn't theirs.
Right.
And and so I say to them, well, if you want to go in a party vessel, if you want to just relax, these megaships are just fine. They're cost effective, short trips, medium sized trips. But when you want to see someplace, so I'll give you an example of Alaska. 5 times I was on Alaska on a large ship. And one time we went to Alaska on a ship that would hold 70 people, but there were only 50 of us on board. That includes the captain and the crew. And
Oh,
everybody who was on the crew was doing everything on the ship. So they were the cabin attendants, they were running the zodiacs, they were putting the kayaks in the water, they were the
nice.
chef and the chief. So it was like being on a chartered vessel with a big extended family. And we had everything from a 12-year-old to an 85-year-old couple that were on
Excellent.
this trip. We all went trekking for bears and moose. We
Well,
saw all kinds of fish and birds and wildlife. We went kayaking, and we were right next to, there was a bear coming down at the edge of this one place, and we were in our kayaks, and we were looking, and as the bear got closer to the water, everyone was yelling, "Get back to the boat!" And the last thing I have to tell you is the last day of this small ship journey, we're coming back into port, and the captain gets on the public address and says, "You might want to look around. There are whales breaching and playing and doing all of the things that whales do all around you. And we'll stay here for as long as we can so that you can enjoy their dance." And so we're doing this, and all these mega ships are going into port. Not one of them would stop.
yeah,
Now, we were there for
right.
5 hours. 5 hours. These whales never stopped. The chef gets on the horn. He says, "It's our last dinner. We're going to have king crab. I've prepared it specially for you." Nobody would go to dinner.
That's
And
amazing. It's
that kind of closeness to nature, I kid you not, this one whales when they fish or eat, in their spouts they make a little spiral cage of bubbles that confuse the krill. Then they go deep down, open their mouth, swallow the krill, and as they close their mouth they push out the water, and that's how they eat. Well,
well,
one whale did that 8 feet in front of me. Now imagine a
8 feet.
20,000 pound critter jumping
Wow.
up out of the water. You can't forget that.
Closer, this is closer than the wall of some rooms that we're in. I mean,
It
when you go
it
into your
it was the truth. It was
wow,
the truth. Yeah. So that's the kind of experiential aha moment that you're not going to get on the mega ship, because the mega ship has too many people with a very strict time frame. They can't stop in the water and wait and do all of that because time is money and everything is. But the smaller ships, they can do whatever they want to.
times a little bit more available. That's so interesting. Now we only have about 10 minutes left. I got a couple of questions here I want to touch on
Yeah.
also because have you noticed because your advocacy with active seniors and adventure seekers that are over, say, 50 years old, it's more than a business niche. You found that that demographic carries a kind of underestimated courage, a willingness to explore and discover that actually puts the younger travelers to, maybe, I'm sorry to say, to shame sometimes. But some of us are in that 50 plus, and it seems you have an advocacy for working with active seniors. Have you
I do.
seen,
What
have you,
happens with seniors is that many of them will lose their companions and they hesitate traveling alone. So I put together the Worldwide Travel Tribe as a way of introducing people who love travel. They could be couples, they could be singles. Share where you've been, learn all of these things, and figure out, is this somebody I could travel with for a week or 10 days so I don't have to be alone, but I don't have to not travel? And all of a sudden, then the potential is wide open because most people have the funds, they have the time. Some of them have physical challenges, so you have to moderate what you're going to do. But you can take your medicines with you. In many cases, you can take a cane or a walker. There's no Americans with Disabilities Act outside of the United States. So a caution there. If you're going to Greece, you're not going to be able to get to the Parthenon or places like that. Those are ancient civilizations. They're not modifying them with ramps. So you just, you got to go when you can go. You never know when the hip is going to tell you you can't. And so that's the urgency that I build into people because it happens fast. You may get a stroke or you may feel, a new medicine's making you too dizzy, or suddenly you trip and fall and now you've hurt or broken a hip. All of these things can happen in an instant and now you're in regret. So I tell people while you're thinking about it, stop with the excuses. And then they tell me, well, oh, but my grandkids are this, my grandkids are that. I have a tale for them. Take them with you. All right. When do they normally see grandma and grandpa or aunt and uncle? They see them at a family dinner. And oftentimes there's arguing, oftentimes there's this, there's that. I said, when was the last time they saw you swim or laugh? Make that
Active.
the
Be
thing
active.
they remember. Yeah, make that the thing they remember of you. That's your community, your unity. That's what you want to instill in the upcoming generation. Pass down your joy, your love. Make a memory that's not a photograph. It's not a dinner. It's oh, when I went on this trip with Grandpa, wow. Now we're talking. And you know what? If you give them a car, 3 years later they get rid of it. If you give them $10,000, you don't know what they're going to do with it. But you give them a vacation, it's with them.
Those
It's with them
moments,
forever.
those
Yeah,
memories, right?
with them forever. And that kind of unification of family, that kind of unification of
Unity.
humanity, that kind of unification of communication, where we're face to face, we're not in a device, we're face to face. Those things we have to get back to. And travel allows you to do that. I have my phone with me in my pocket as an emergency communication device. Period.
Mhm.
Period. I mean, I want it with me in case somehow or other I need to call for help, but I don't need to be looking at all of these social sites and then missing out on this beautiful landscape like I have behind me here. How silly is that? So that's another thing I have to educate people about. Yes, you have Wi-Fi. Yes, you have worldwide cellular. Don't, don't look up.
Look around.
Look around.
Well,
Talk to somebody who's sitting next to you. Get to know somebody.
and don't be afraid. Don't have that fear as we talk about. That's it.
No.
Achieving that unity that I work on so much. Well, tell me a little bit about that small ship cruising expo.
So this is something I have done. I haven't done it every year. We had COVID, as you know. And here in Denver, I bring together some of the best small, and by small ship, my definition is under 1,000 passengers. Usually they're 700, 500. The smallest guys get down to 12. And but it's typically, from 50 to 500 passengers. I consider a small ship cruise, and I bring in the best suppliers who've been doing this either as family run or they're well funded, and the ships are well kept, well maintained. The people who are doing the itinerary or tour guides have been doing it for years.
Wow.
This is not, a summer internship. These are people, when we were just in Antarctica, the woman who was our lead expedition supervisor had been doing this for 40 years. She looked over the deck and she could tell by the spout what species of whale that was. All right? That's somebody you want to travel with. I
Makes
was out there
learning
looking.
fun.
Oh, I was at the looking at birds. There are so many birds in Antarctica, and they go, "Oh, well, that's a this and that's a this, and there's 72 different cormorants, and this is one of those." I don't know that, but boy, it sure made it more interesting to learn. And then you try and take a picture of a bird that's moving. Help you. These people have these long lenses they come with on this trip, and they take them everywhere. And the pictures they took, I took good pictures. They took great pictures. It's just amazing stuff. And
It sounds amazing.
yeah, yeah, and then because they're good people, they share them with you. So you get to share the pleasures of somebody who's talent, and they're willing to share it with them. Again, unity. There's nobody trying to be better than anybody else. That's the other thing about being on a small ship cruise. You don't know if this person is getting by, and this is their bucket list dream trip, or they're a multi-gazillionaire and they could do this 5 times a year. You don't know because
Don't even know.
nobody will talk about that. Nobody will tell you what they
Beautiful.
do or how much they make. It's not important.
It's not. It's about having fun. Well, as we bring this incredible conversation to a close, thank you so much, Mitch.
Oh,
But
it's
if
my pleasure.
someone is listening today and they're carrying that travel dream that they've been putting off, maybe it's a river in Europe, maybe it's that, like you talked about, maybe it's that glacier in Alaska, maybe it's the fjords of Norway, the wilds of Patagonia. What is the one thing that you would invite them to do this week, maybe today, to stop waiting and start moving toward that memory they have not made
But
yet?
give me a call. I have a process. People tell me I can't afford it. I don't have time. I've got all these other things that are getting in the way. Let's have an introductory phone call, and I can show you how you can plan for and budget a trip that will be incredible and will break you away from your daily routine, come back with new memories, new friends. So you just reach me at Mitch at KraytonTravel.com, KRAYTON travel.com, Mitch, MITCH. And I'd be happy to spend, a conversation with you about what drives your interest to travel. If you're looking for the cheapest trip, I'm not your place. If you're looking for the trip where you will have bragging rights that you saw and did things that nobody else expected or did, now we're talking. And so, yeah,
And
will
you're
it be a
talking
little
about it.
more money? Will it be a little more money? Sure. But nobody puts receipts in their memory book. They're only talking about what they actually experienced. And so don't cheapen yourself. You're worth it.
That is so beautiful. And to be able to do that, do it now. You will not
Yes,
regret it. Like you said, making those memories. That's so beautiful.
absolutely. And I thank you
Wow.
for this
Thank you, Mitch.
opportunity, Mark. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've known each other for quite a while. I'm
Yeah.
so glad we've had this conversation.
I'm so glad we got together. Thank you for being on the show on this podcast. It's awesome.
Um,
And I will be talking with you. I don't know if my sweetheart made it today, but let me just give an example. If we want to take a small ship into the Bordeaux region of France, would you be the person to talk with?
I'd be delighted.
Let's make that. Let's start talking about that. Let's think about it. Mitch,
Santé.
yeah, grazie. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, my language is here. Yes, mercy. Great. Thank you so much, Mitch. Thanks for joining us today and sharing your insight, your experience. And as we bring this conversation to a close, everyone, Mitch reminds us, and I'm getting chills as I talk about this, it's not about waiting for the perfect time in nothing that we do. As I talk about my ways of listening in dialogue, write down what Mitch is talking about today or listen to this again, then break it down. What are your dependencies? And then get it done and work with Mitch on this because when we align our decisions with clarity and take those intentional steps forward, get to Alaska, get onto that huge iceberg, we begin to turn those experiences into meaningful memories instead of missed opportunities. And through the lens of achieving unity, we see that connection, exploration, as Mitch is talking about, and shared understanding are not just travel benefits. They are truly life strategies. So the question becomes, what memory are you going to choose to create next? As we close today's conversation, one thing's become clear. Real change happens when vision meets action and when people come together with purpose. Thank you for being a valued guest again, Mitch, on the Achieving Unity Leadership System podcast, for helping us continue turning pain into purpose and disconnection into unity. As Mitch spoke to us today, if you want to go deeper with Mitch, as he mentioned, connect with Mitch. Hope you got a picture of the QR codes earlier. I hope you took just a chance to get that and sign in. But if you didn't, you can always get back with him and talk to him about what he said earlier. Mitch Krayton, you can look at his website. It's all there for you and what you need to do. Because if you can get a hold of Mitch, you can make this vacation come true. All for you. Don't put it off any longer, because that's what we need and that's what Mitch needs. So, Mitch, do you have one final thing to say? Maybe give your email address one more time and your website for everyone so they can contact you as quick as possible.
Well, I'd be delighted. So just remember, stop making excuses. Let's help you make reservations. My phone number is area code 303-365-0051. If I'm busy, please leave a message. My email is mitch at Krayton travel.com. Mitch at kraytontravel.com. And I look forward to helping you make a memory and not regrets.
That's so beautiful, Mitch. And I hope everyone listening gets to you, because it's the memory of a lifetime. So until next time, let us continue to transform that complexity into execution, chaos into connection, and our purposes into action. Let us continue achieving unity. www.achievingunity.com, or call us 303-362-8733, which I hope you remember is 303 focused on your phone keypad, because we can stay focused on listening and dialogue, writing it down so we can break it down, review its dependencies, and get it done. Get on that trip for better collaboration and communication as we achieve unity by harnessing that power of encouraging others, inspiring each other, and including us in building better businesses, better lives, and a better world. This is Mark Intrican with Achieving Unity Leadership System, reminding you that life is truly what we make it. So let's help everyone around us feel seen, heard, and supported in everyday moments, wherever we are, that truly matter and make life awesome together in unity. Thank you all. Thank you, Mitch, for your message and for helping us understand that when leaders travel, they also align purpose, people, and execution, so the results will follow. Thanks to Mitch for helping us make that alignment real, practical, and achievable. Mitch, it's been wonderful. Thank you so
My
much.
pleasure.
I hope to see you all again next week, and our next step in remembering unity is not a soft skill. It is truly a leadership discipline. Till then, cheers.